Cool robot time. Yes.
Very notable evolution in drone technology.
Whoa.
Specifically, we are starting to see how liquid neural networks can
Whoa.
into intelligent swarms.
Oh, okay. Intelligent swarms. These things are gonna kill me, right? Like this is how I die.
Abilities. This will only be more advanced in the future as we're starting to see drones with morphing capability.
No.
With the ability to change shape and adapt to attack.
This is hunter killer bots right here.
Automatically, the drone can be a very powerful tool in itself. The Dragon drone has already proven that complex shapes can be stabilized, and with the right setup, actuators
Wait. What?
can correlate with manipulation. Along with swarm integration, one can only imagine what an advanced Dragon drone would look like. But this is not just limited to actuated motors, and very complex vehicle designs can be made with hybrid models. In the past, we have seen how hybrid wheel-based multicopters can drive on the ground or fly in the air. There is even the latest Skywalker omnidirectional vehicle, which can transition to a ground-based mode in real time. This allows it to increase over 70% efficiency and maintain a high flying speed. But the latest hybrid is on another level.
What is that?
Titled the Morpho Bot, it can crouch, tumble, and even stand on 2 legs.
What?
It has 8 distinct modes of motion, thanks to its articulating body. Each leg has 2 actuated hip joints for frontal movement and 8 prop mount as wheel and thruster. Overall, this was really tricky because the robot incorporates 16 actuators with a pretty hefty weight of around 13 pounds. But it is still light enough to fly. And similar to a modern robotic lightweight dog, this one can actually chase you down with ease. Another pursuit is to combine VTOL capabilities with fixed wing designs. And the Flares drone is a pretty crafty concept because the multicopter dashes forward and actually releases the fixed wing integrator. In this setup, the craft can fly for over 16 hours with a hefty 40-pound payload.
I was born 10 years too early. This shit is so cool.
Once the fixed wing comes back, the multi-rotor deploys a rope between itself and the ground. And the fixed wing can grab this rope with a hook, and then it's lowered. It's definitely a very unorthodox setup, but it does show what is possible when you can combine 2 different flying platforms. Naturally, we have seen many attempts in combining both VTOL and fixed wing capabilities. But the most impressive is probably the XP4. And it's arguably the first time a prototype is able to combine both of these benefits in a very large format. It has over a 13-foot wingspan, and it can carry a 15-pound payload over 60 nautical miles with an all-electric system. The critical aspect to this is the dihedral hinges. The wings tilt as they fold, and struts extend from a fuselage on a linear actuator.
Okay, what the fuck does dihedral mean? I'm asking for a friend.
Still is a lot of question on what the limitation is to the scale, and if you can actually build large aircraft with this system. But the company is even planning to build a more ambitious project, which can carry 220 pounds at 850 miles with a turbo generator.
V-shaped wing?
Another drone which is
what is that?
tackling on this benefit is the Morpho. Once again, this looks like your typical morphing drone, but it's actually a pretty complex vehicle because this craft can enter into horizontal flight with a biplane configuration.
What does that mean?
If it encounters a crosswind, the wings can shift into an asymmetric orientation. Through its feedback sensors, it can automatically compensate for off-center wind.
It looks kind of like a spider.
Resistance. Once it reaches a preferred location, the wings are drawn in, making it perfect for inspections. So we have seen how drones can adapt to the ground and even the air. But what about water?
Oh, fuck my nipples.
Well, even though it's not the first time that we have seen
the TJ Flying Fish?
A hybrid aquatic drone, the TJ Flying Fish is a crafty design which can rotate its props and then change its speed thanks to a dual-speed gearbox. The autonomous robot can adjust the angle of each motor. This allows it to fly for minutes or do underwater navigation.
That's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Navigation for around 40 minutes at 6 feet per second. The only downside is that it can only go 10 feet deep, so it's not exactly going to do any deep diving expeditions. One final ability is to
What is that?
actually transform itself to perch on an object and maintain
Like a bug?
monitoring capabilities.
Like a bug?
The RIA lab has shown how a simple magnetic configuration can allow for docking, and this can be done on a variety of objects.
Oh my god.
One of the more notable developments is the Griffin project. It's a pretty large ornithopter with a
That is a bug!
5-foot wingspan and a weight of around 1.5 pounds, so battery flight times can be
Dude, this is literally Skynet shit.
limited. In turn, a 3-phased flight controller was utilized. This controls wing cycles, near obstacle correction, and passive perching. It's the first time an actuated claw can correct for flight inaccuracies, and correlate with the flight controller, automatically perching the robot to an object. Fortunately, it's not quite large enough for grabbing and picking up humans. Ultimately, we have seen how VTOL along with fixed wing capabilities can increase flight times and allow the drone to perform a higher end task.
This dude looks like a way smarter Screech from Saved by the Bell.
Variants or a
He's into robots though, so I'm with that.
diesel-electric propulsion for lighter devices. But one of the more recent developments is the maglev
Zuckerberg from Ottawa.
hyperdrive.
That's
Supposedly,
funny.
it's using a segmented rotor with non-contact to the propeller blades, and supposedly this could make it more efficient and quieter as well. I think within the next 10 years, we're going to see very incredible drone advancements.
Ooh, scary, but I
But more
like it
importantly, I
too.
would like to
Good video. I like that video.